How's it going, guys? Joe here. Today I'm going to continue with that Fitbit app development stuff that I've been doing. This is going to be another iteration of that, so let's just get to it. So, how's it been going with logging recently? Well, unfortunately, I haven't had very much luck with the logging itself, and not exactly because it's a bad log. I have no idea whether it is or not, but mainly because I think what's been happening is I accidentally close it in the middle of the night, so I don't get to see what's on the log. Because once the app closes, the data is gone right now. But I think what's probably happening is my sleeping position, my wrist goes like this, or else I'm going like this or something like that, and the app somehow closes. The reason I think that is because, well, it's been closing every night so far. And also, I was taking a nap and I could feel my Fitbit vibrate, and I was like, I bet I just closed the app accidentally. And sure enough, it was all my sleeping position that caused that. And also, I've been forgetting on some nights too, so I just haven't had very much luck with this so far. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna try to see what I can do something about that. So this button, it just keeps accidentally getting pressed. It's ironic because at first I had such a hard time pressing the button on the Fitbit Sense. You have to like really get a feel for it in order to be able to do it. But yeah, now I'm like pressing it in my sleep without realizing it, which is fine as long as it's on the home screen. But it's causing problems right now, so I think what I'm going to try in this video, I'm going to try to keep it short if I can, but I think to fix it, I'm going to disable this side button and see if I could create a button on the screen to exit, because that's far less likely to accidentally be bumped. Then I'm going to try to run it for the next several hours just to make sure it doesn't somehow close on its own. So obviously, if I get this button working, I'm going to try to make sure that I could use it before disabling the side button, because I think there is a way to do it. I looked it up at one point. So I'm assuming that's what's going on anyway. I'm not 100% sure. There could be something in the app causing it to close too, but if I later find out tonight that's not what it is, I'm not going to do another live stream tonight. No way. So because this isn't really my priority right now. And I wake up at the time I want to if I go to bed decent. But I figure if I've been going to bed decent and my circadian rhythm's fully adjusted and stuff, then probably not going to naturally wake up when I want to. That's where this app would come into play if it works the way I hope it does. So yeah, for now, let's just see if we can get a button implemented. Actually, first I'm gonna pull up some code for a different program because I have buttons on there, and I'm gonna probably take some code from that, make this work. I might even get rid of that get second mechanism because I really don't need it. I just need to see like when I'm awake and when I'm asleep every 30 seconds. I couldn't care less if it's around 0 and 30. But yeah, so I may get rid of that mechanism as well. Just actually, I probably won't today. Depends on how quick this goes. I've been rambling. This isn't going well so far. So anyway, let's just try to get some stuff done. So right. So this is the app, the correct app, and as you can see, the app timeout enabled is false. It's almost like there's a different timeout, but I think when I was trying to wake up the screen when I checked it earlier, I think it may be because I pressed the button to wake it up and then it just closed out the app or something. Because when I closed it, it was actually on the page where the app normally is, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. So it went to that page rather than my clock screen. Not sure if that tells me anything, but in the meantime, I think I may as well get this connected so that we can connect to it easily. It seems to connect relatively quickly, so as I only have one registered Wi-Fi for it. I guess it's worth mentioning with the light. That right there. I have it dark so you can actually read it in the first place because it can get pretty bright. So of course in the dark, this isn't the complete dark, so I still have a lamp on and stuff like that, but you can barely read it right there, but it could get pretty bright, I guess. Let me get this connected real quick, actually. I'll show that later. I just connected my Sense just in case I needed it. Sorry if I bumped the microphone. Actually, whoops. I hope I didn't bump anything important. Good thing I didn't hit the end stream button, although it would confirm. Anyway, let's try to create a button to close the app rather than using the side button. Disable the side button, and because that's less likely to be touched accidentally. So out of habit, I hit this button to wake it up, and that may be enough to close the app too. So assuming that's what's going on, this is what will fix that. So I got buttons on this other app. I'll show you what it looks like. Let me see. It says launch complete on a different app, FYI. So you see how I have some buttons right there? I'm gonna try to program like an OK button. Maybe I want to put it on the top of the screen just because I feel like on the bottom it could easily be touched by accident. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So sorry. If I had like my Stream Deck or something and that was reliable enough, I'd use that, but not really an option. Also, it's not that reliable either. Otherwise, I'd use it on this Mac. I really should just use my streaming PC out here or go in there, but that takes a while to set up, so I'm not going to do that either. The whole point is to convey this, which I'm still doing. So regarding the button, I think what I have to do to create the button is I'm going to take some code from here. So I'm going to have to uncomment this under the styles.css. Actually, this is where I declare button 1. Fortunately, this I'm going to put on the top right. I think I can just go like that. I think that's how I do it. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. So, so the ID is button 1. So since I don't have anything in here for the button, I'm gonna have to, I think the pound symbol for the ID, and then the dot is for whatever the other thing is besides ID, class, I think. So ID button -1. Yeah. Actually, I could take what's in here. Actually, I think I'm taking all this. Forgot I could copy and paste all of this pretty much. rather than try to reinvent the wheel. I can do that. So text buffer is what the text will actually say. I'll probably have it say close. Do I want it to be pink? I think I'll just have it be black. I really don't care what it looks like. I actually prefer if it's dark. I don't want it to have a color. I'm not going to do that. So this is button 1 right there. So in this is a slightly different app. So this is what happens when we press the button right there. Button 1.add event. So if we click the button, then what do we want it to do? Me.exit. I think this is all I have to do to program the button if I'm not mistaken. So let's give that a try once. If that works, then I got pretty lucky today. I don't see a button. Does it a whoa? Actually, it was on the bottom right. It was invisible. I actually like the idea of it being invisible, so doesn't even look like there's a button on the screen, but that's it. It even says the word close and everything. I think I'm gonna make it so that the text is white. Oh yeah, there's a shortcut. I can press Command R on here. I have to start using that. There's a lot of shortcuts that I know, but that I forget to start using it, and then I'm using a bunch that I forget I'm even using because it's muscle memory. The irony. Realistically, it doesn't matter all that much, actually. If I can't see it, so what? But I want it to be in the top rather than the bottom. So I said top right. So where it says secondary right there. Top right without the word secondary. I think that's what I want actually. So the button is there. I like the fact that I can't see it, to be honest with you. Ah, that ruins it. Because then it covers the time. The reason I want to put it on the top rather than the bottom is because I can see myself bumping the bottom way more than bumping the top. So that's why. There's a way I can set the size. Have I been showing the screen? I apologize. Fitbit SDK set button size, because if it's smaller than actually this is not what I'm doing. Although I wouldn't mind having a button like that. Fitbit SDK change text button size, because that's what it is. Font size maybe. Wow, attribute name. Oh, wait, so yeah, use ID equals button 1. Font size maybe like 30 or something. I don't know if we can just do that. Probably gonna error out, most likely. Are you serious? The button is not the same. The font size is no different. It does close the app, by the way. Yeah, I've been doing that by accident. Text button. I'm sorry if it's like Fitbit SDK set text button size. Those aren't text button. Maybe I could set the Y position to something higher. Even if it goes off the screen a little bit, who cares? Y equals -2. Oh, it conflicts with this. No. H rough equals blah blah blah. I think this needs oh, maybe the Y equals -2 should be after this. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Didn't help. I mean, realistically, I'm being a feature freak at this point. So, technically it works. Like, I could lower the text, which I'd rather not do. Oh. It's there, but it doesn't even cover the time now. It's there, but it no longer covers the time. Brilliant. So now we got a button that closes the app if we tap the top right. Nice. Now that the button works, I feel safe disabling this side button right here. Fitbit SDK disable button. Side button. I saw something the other day. I did look this up actually. It is possible to do it. I saw something that said that it is possible. Just looking up how exactly it would be done. I'm gonna look through my history real quick and see if there's anything on there. It's not there. Ah, I think this is it. I think this is what I was looking at. Um, so a little bit afraid to try it. I mean, the button works. It exits the app, I know, but this is a little bit dangerous because the worst thing that'll happen is I'll have to force restart the system, which I'd rather not do. I want to make sure I still have a nice way to exit. Hopefully, yeah, if this works, I am calling it good because this is taking a lot longer than I was hoping. It's preventing it from pressing. Oh, there's a little bit of lag. Yep, it's pressing. It's registering now. It wasn't at first, though. So close button works, but so I'm gonna rewrite it so that it's like this. I'm gonna do it in the format that I would normally write it in, which is pretty much like that. Actually, what I like even better is this. And I would be using a ternary operator because that's for setting a variable mainly. Send a variable assignment that you would use it, or a return statement. The point is there's output in ternary operator essentially based on condition. That's not what's happening here. And I personally don't have a space right here. That's just my personal preference. But we all have our own styles, so whatever. The app doesn't exit. Brilliant. So now, if I hit the close button, it does. All right. That is going to be it. So I suppose I can finish showing that light. But that is it. Actually, that is it. But I'm going to... I'll publish this real quick. So... an atom. I'm gonna create a new folder for today, 2521, and then I'll drag our app right into there, and then submit it to GitHub. So this, shoot, I'm not used to it being 2022 right now. It's funny because usually I don't get used to what year it is until... That's amazing how updated here. I don't get used to the year until the very end of the year, then it changes on me again. I cannot tell you how many times, every time I type in a date, I'm always typing in 21. Oh boy. Yeah, so watch this green right here disappear when I hit this button. Yeah, so Atom and GitHub are both made by GitHub. So I think that's kind of interesting. So yeah, anyway, Yeah, as long as this works, I'll disconnect. I'll disconnect the Fitbit by closing out the apps. So that is it. I'll show you the light real quick. So it does get very bright. Um, I could light up my whole apartment with just this light alone because that's how bright it is. This is about as dark as it goes. It's nice and readable on there. However, if I make it as bright, oh my god, that's almost hard to look at. Like looking at the sun. It is actually kind of readable, wow, but that would look extremely obnoxious on the video. And yeah, that's as bright as it goes. Yeah, look at it. I could pretty much use that to light me, especially if I had it right here. You know, that's an interesting idea. Just potentially using it to light the green screen. I don't know if that would work, but kind of an interesting idea to try in the future. So pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this back down because it's kind of obnoxious. I think that's about right. Okay, so come on. Don't want to tangle up. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know. I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one. Peace.